Anyways, whatever. I tried. I'm so tired of this. I got to get this fixed. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to the Chasing Daylight podcast, everybody. Normally we have our little intro music going, but yeah, Riverside's like, screw you. We don't need that. So apologize for that. But welcome to the show. Labor Day. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. I know we had some crazy ass weather in Vegas, flooding. Like, Dan, did your house stay afloat?
It did. We're still here.
Yeah, I was up there on Blue Diamond Rainbow. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was flowing. There was a couple cars that got stuck, but luckily my truck just goes right through that.
Dude, you want to talk about idiots? We have some of the dumbest people in the world in this town. I mean, how many turn around, don't drown, your car's not a boat, it won't float ads do we have to run before people are going to stop trying to go through 10 feet of water in their Hyundai?
Yeah. Dude, when we were driving down Decatur the other day, luckily we took the truck, but there was people like their cars were stopped in the middle of the road in the water. I'm sure they were all hydrolocked, like just toast. I couldn't believe it. And then there's some people that just drive like the speed limit and there's 3 feet of water. I've never seen that. That was such a weird experience for me because I've never seen that before. But I've been wondering, has that happened before? Like, is that a every few years occurrence?
Oh yeah,
all the time.
All the
Really?
time. The worst used to be the Charleston underpass when the freeway went under. Or what was it? Was it Main Street that went over?
Yeah,
or the railroad tracks.
Yeah, the railroad tracks. Yeah, that was always really
underneath
bad.
the
Oh
railroad
my
tracks.
god! Yeah, and the drainage thing would just, as soon as it rained, it would fill up, and you've got 15 feet of water, and people would just drive right into it. It was like that's where the news went. As soon as it rained, the news was at Charleston and Maine, watching the people drive into a pool, basically.
Totally.
Yeah, my favorite is like all the sewer things that pop off and water just sprays out like Old Faithful out of the ground. And
the videos on TikTok and Instagram and everything were hilarious. The lazy river behind the link. It wasn't lazy. It was moving.
Class 5 rapid
right
there.
About to be.
Yeah, that is wild stuff. Wild stuff.
All the people living under the city, man. Like I can't believe like it's living on edge all day.
Beneath
the neon.
Didn't they do a documentary on that?
Yep, and they did a book called Beneath the Neon. I have it
Beneath the Neon.
Somewhere.
Yeah, insane. How those tunnels are crazy.
Yeah.
How wild stuff. All right, so what we're going to talk about today, I teased it in the little thumbnail for YouTube. The Tony Finau lawsuit. Shadow Creek has jacked up their prices. Joe sent out a thing today about Hill Point Golf Club and Tom Doak, and then we just found out it's private. So fuck you, Tom Doak. No, I'm just kidding. We'll chat about that. The USA won the Walker Cup out at St. Andrews. That was pretty awesome to watch. We got Patrick Lindsay coming up soon. We're a month away from Shriners, and so we're gonna have him on the show talking about all the new stuff with that. And then shocking news. This was like, oh my god, a review got posted on the Breakfast Ball today.
Wow.
Like wow, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So I have like not intentionally taken a sabbatical from writing reviews. And mainly because the VGN has taken up, and this has taken up so much of my time that I find it hard to sit down in front of the computer and knock out words when there's so much other shit in my brain going on. But there's some people that have sent us some stuff that needed to be reviewed. And so I'm like, shit, I need to get on this. So that review just went out. So I'll mention that. And then, so let's kick off a little, maybe, I don't know if we're going to be able to do the weather. Let's see if we'll give it one more try. And it didn't even come over. Oh my Lord. Okay.
I did see Gonteric on the news today, and it was a perfect day for golf out here. I mean, it was, waking up this morning, it was incredible. And I wish I could have played this morning. How was it at Paiute, Dan? Was it windy?
It was windy. It was windy pretty much all day. It was
Yeah.
probably 15 to 20 miles an hour, probably.
Yeah, when I came out, I was like, wow, what a morning for golf. I mean, I noticed some wind in the air, and I assumed that Pite was probably 4 times what we had out here by my house. But man, what a day for golf. And I saw Matt on Fox 5. I saw him talking about he was going to take his kid out to the range after work. So I'm sure he had a great time out there. But it's fantastic weather currently. And this weekend it's going to warm up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Today was
And
insane.
yeah,
It was so nice out. All right, let's see if this works.
It's been humid though.
Maybe. Dude, I am so tired of stuff not working.
No.
Well.
Just stop trying. I'll talk to. So today in Henderson, it's 74 today in Henderson. Las Vegas down at Harry Reid International Airport. We got 0.08% of rain.
1/10 of 1/16
Yeah.
of our annual rainfall.
I just got to rug a suit with a tie.
A little side note on the weather that I don't understand how they totally underestimate the amount of rain we get. Like when they report the rain, like it's so disappointing that they're like, we got half an inch of rain, and there's like feet of puddles. Like,
yeah. Well, it's because it just takes place at the airport. That's the main.
That's where they measure it at.
That's where they measure.
And then all the rain, it just collects, and the flooding is what they.
Yeah,
you can never judge how much flooding is going to take place because you just never know.
It's a valley, so it all.
And it used to be a lot worse. They've gotten really good, with all the flood control channels and.
Yeah, it used to be worse for sure. Totally.
Yeah, I mean, I know like Painted Desert, that area over there, when they were building all the houses up on the hills in Centennial out there, like the bottom, but right before the 95, that was a lake before they figured out the flood channels and everything. So, I mean, that's one of the.
I don't know if it's what Favalor does, but you did a great job, Matt. Fabs, you're doing a good job.
Thanks, Fabs.
I mean, he's reclaiming it, right? He's reclaiming it.
Yeah. Well, you take all the ground surface and you turn it from desert into concrete and asphalt, and that water doesn't go into the ground. It just runs along the top of the surface.
Off topic. Did you see Burning Man?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. There's like, people are like stranded there.
You did. Yeah. That looks like a mess. Holy
Real
cow.
Real mess.
Like people just trekking through the mud, and they're like giving all their effort just to walk like one playa block, and they're exhausted, I'm sure. And all the bike tires are just covered in mud.
Nothing good comes at Burning Man. It's either hot as hell, windy as fuck, or now torrential downpours.
I saw one girl, she was riding a bike, and just the back of her shirt just was like a mud. It was just like one line of mud down her spine on her shirt.
Burning Man. Oh, that has turned into a spectacle.
What a shit show.
All right. So, other good news. And this is kind of selfish, but I'm excited about it. I hit the under 200 pounds today on the scale. Very excited about that. Very happy. I am no longer a 200-pound fat fuck. I'm a 199-pound fat fuck. So, but very progress, very much progress. I'm looking forward to it. This has taken me 8 months. So January through August. Slow clap. Thank you, sir.
I know. Congratulations.
And so I'm down 26 pounds. I figure if I can get another 26 pounds the next 8 months, by May, I'll be at 175 and 174.
Gain 0.4 miles an hour of swing speed.
Hey,
you're gonna be ready for band
or lose some swing
or lose it.
Yeah, I'm worried about banding, especially with my knee. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm going to find out if
it's going all right.
Well, no. This is just my annual checkup, but I'm going to get a referral from my doctor to have it go looked at professionally, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do.
We got about 346 days or something.
Yep. But all right, so I'm happy about that. All right, so Tony Finau. I'm dying to hear your guys' thoughts on this because this is.
I did not read the article, so you want to give a quick synopsis?
Well, Jeremy, you know a lot about it because you were talking about it. Why don't you give the rundown?
Yeah, so I read an article like 2 years ago when it first came out. So
that's what I thought. So this has been ongoing, right?
It's been going on forever, and now there's within the last year, there's another guy. So basically, when Tony and Gipper, his brother, were starting out when they were really young, I think they came from a super poor family, not in a really bad area of Salt Lake. Didn't have the money to
really bad area of Salt Lake.
like
There
the
does
worst
exist?
area.
that exists.
The worst area in Salt Lake is where they're from.
Okay.
So it's called Rose Park. But anyway, they didn't have any money, and I think I'm sort of thinking maybe their dad got them getting to a deal, just to get them some funding, because they were starting to play, amateur events and travel and stuff, and I think they turned pro when they were like 16 or something like that. So they were playing in smaller tour events and things. And I think what happened is they probably got into a bad deal where they fronted them all this money for expenses, and then also maybe a percentage of lifetime earnings once they're professional. And that seems to be what this is about. So I think it was like $16 million or something that they're trying to recover. I think there was like, part of it is like the expenses, which is like $500,000 each, and then the other part is lifetime earnings. So yeah, I think it came out in 2020, and then another guy jumped on 2021. And so I don't know. I've heard of one of the guys. He's also of Polynesian descent, so probably like a family friend sort of thing. But the other guy is a big businessman in Salt Lake.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
it's going to be a
that's what
hot mess.
I thought I had heard about it a while ago, and
Yeah.
I mean, what sucks is if it was not Tony himself and it was his dad, like taking advantage when he was younger. Kind of a shitty situation. Because
Yeah,
I mean, deep down, I feel like Tony seems like a really good guy. I don't think he would
Mhm.
slip
don't
out
think
on
he's gonna.
I wouldn't think he would do that, but who knows? We don't know these wizards behind the curtain, so
Yeah. I think, I mean, it actually went to court before, and they kind of threw it out. And so the guy appealed it, and that's why it's in the news again.
gotcha.
So we'll see. They're kind of arguing that it's like statute of limitations. So we'll see. It's a shady situation, but I was reading some comments. I mean, most of the guys on tour, they have backers. I mean, not all of them come
Right.
from super rich families, but
Yeah.
so it's not an uncommon thing. It's just, it seems like the deal that they got into is sort of an extreme
I watched
case.
some sort of like mini documentary one time about like there's people out there that like search for like talent to back them and
Mhm.
invest in them, and it's like a thing. And I wish I knew where I watched it, because it was pretty interesting. Like,
Oh
oil
yeah, it's
tycoons,
like
because
venture capitalists for sports athletes.
totally. And I mean, those people that are higher up in companies, those corporate like CEOs and things like that, they enjoy playing golf, so they can get into the door with some of these players that are very good, and it's kind of like a thing for them. It's like, it's like hunting. And I watched the documentary, man. I wish I knew where it was. If anybody's ever seen it, let us know, because I want to watch that again, because it was very interesting. Like, I don't know if it was Keegan Bradley or someone else, like, or no, Joel Damon. Joel Damon had the backer. I think it might have been, was it in the Netflix documentary?
I was just gonna say, wasn't that in Full Send?
I think he talked about it.
Yeah, that
Or
might
Full
have been
Swing?
Joel Damon, but it might have been like a YouTube video on Joel Damon, like how he came up and how people backed him. But it was super interesting, and it's because it costs a lot of money.
Oh, it's not cheap.
No,
It's not cheap at all, and especially if the Finau family's it's not a small family. They got a lot of people
right.
in their families, and
I wonder what his tax form looks like. How many dependents is on that one?
But I mean, just to travel in hotel rooms, going for, let alone entry fees for the tournaments, and then lessons and equipment and balls, that shit adds up really, really quick. And
Yeah,
I just,
and if you don't make it to the big stage, I mean, it's
he's on the biggest stage.
yeah. I mean, he's
and
fine
the
now,
top
but
player.
for people that are investing in players that don't make it to the big stage, I mean, it's a gamble. It's a tough sport to crack into, man.
Yeah, I just wonder how legit it was. One court threw it out. The guy appealed.
Right. Is there a document signed,
Yeah. Is there
by Tony's
something?
dad, or is it signed by Tony? I mean, who knows?
I think it was his dad, but his brother and Tony didn't sign the document, so I read like several articles about this because I forgot about it and then got reminded.
There are documents though.
It's a bit of a mess. Yeah. There's verbal contracts and things, but it's sort of like twisted the way that the facts about the case are. So we'll see. But
we need to find out when that's on court TV so we can watch.
Yeah,
probably. I would love
They'll
to
probably
see that.
settle out of court. Tony will probably have to pay him some kind of money.
So.
You know.
Oh
which,
yeah, I mean,
which kind of sucks for Tony, but you know, if these guys had contract agreements and you know,
if they didn't pay, would he be where he's at?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
You know, if they didn't front these monies and get him in those junior events and get recognition and
it's
you
true.
know, it's a big if,
Yep.
but you never know. You never know. All right. So next up, this was a shocker to me. I can't believe Shadow Creek is increasing their rates again.
When did they do it last? Was that a year ago? A year and a half ago?
It was like it was probably a year and a half ago when we started.
2 years tops. 2 years tops.
Yeah. That it was going to be $1,000 plus caddy. Don't forget plus caddy. And now the story comes out that when they come out of overseed at the end of, they close for a month, I think, to do their overseed. They, it's meticulous. But $1,250 now is what green fees are going to be to play Shadow Creek.
I really wish I would have just paid that $500 a few years ago.
Right now, $500 doesn't look bad at all.
Not at all. Yeah.
Dude, $1,250. I mean,
they were already the most expensive tee time in the world, or
yeah.
Highest daily fee course or something like that. I wonder if they have a replay rate.
And now it's
a discount of $750.
I would assume you could play 36 for that, right? I mean, I would assume.
Oh,
I would hope so.
God, I would hope so. I mean,
should be unlimited if you're paying that kind of money,
right? That's what I'm saying.
It comes with room and board and breakfast and lunch and
and don't forget you gotta go stay at a MGM room, which is $200.
I do know the limo drivers though, they will go through the In-N-Out drive-through. That's
oh yeah,
they will do that.
You have to stay at a property. I thought you have to be picked up from a property because you couldn't like drive your car.
I think you have to stay
at least one person in the foursome has to be staying at the property.
Yeah,
what a money trap.
Because I didn't stay, but oh dude, you put that in there, then the rate, then the
limo
caddy
ride.
I mean, it's
you got to tip the limo driver, you got to tip the caddy, you got to pay the caddy.
I wonder how much play they're really getting a day. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of rich guys that are at the course that, from all the properties, all the whales, all the big spenders that come in.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder how busy they really are, how many tee times they're pushing out.
I mean, it's not stacked.
You wouldn't think so.
Not stacked. When one report I heard is like, 8 groups max a day. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but I know I read that at some point.
I mean, they probably went, okay, how much do we need to charge? How much do we need to make a day for this to be, we don't need 144 tee times a day. No, what do we need? We need this much money. Okay, let's divide that by 12 people a day, and that's what our new rate is.
But it's also like an asset to them. It's like it's a bargaining chip for like whales or business meetings. It's like one of those things where it's the value on the tee time itself is not necessarily the value it can provide.
Yeah, what you're getting out of it is not what you're paying.
Like there's probably a shit ton of I guarantee you the turnover rate on business deals happening there compared to like Club at Sunrise is like 99.7,
Oh shit.
you might get like a new Farm Basket franchise deal over at Club at Sunrise, maybe.
I was thinking a late shift employee at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, you might get a raise, maybe. Like you probably go to Club at Sunrise to get a raise. Yeah. Like if you're gonna ask your boss for a raise, you go to Club at Sunrise. But if you're trying to buy something like a company, you go to Shadow.
You're trying to buy MGM resorts. You tee it up at Shadow.
Yeah, and I think that's probably more what it is to them. I mean, I don't think it's especially how golf has exploded, and potentially they could see all these idiots like, just getting wasted on the course and breaking clubs and snapping them over their knees and just being assholes on a golf course. Yeah, those idiots snapping Ventus shafts over their knees. I mean, it could just be like could be just a plague of the growth of the game. Who knows? Maybe they don't want people that can afford it to go play there.
Yeah.
They want serious golfers for
$12.50. They
want business people. I mean, they don't want
somebody who's gonna tip wildly, drop $1,000 in the pro shop.
Yeah,
and
I guarantee you, if I ever pay $12.50 there, I'm not tipping anybody. So because I've already paid enough.
Hey, make sure you tip your caddies. No,
yeah. Here's a
tips
sticker.
in the greens.
Not happening. Yeah.
Throw this on your Yeti.
Don't walk around on Nellis and Lake Mead after 9 p.m. That is your tip.
Yeah, you want
that's all you're getting.
Go try Farm Basket, because some guy I played with at Club at Sunrise told me about it.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, Tom Doak.
TD.
Love TD. Played the blue course at Stream Song. Fell in love with his designs.
Which didn't Yana just won something at Stream Song today, or was that yesterday, or
some AJGA event? I believe
some big junior event.
Yeah, I just saw her. I saw her post a picture.
Another win in her repertoire.
Yeah, it just AJGA golf. Yeah, I don't know what the actual thing is, but it's champion, AJGA champion. Yeah, invitational champion. Yeah, at Stream Song.
She's a stick.
That she is. I wonder how many backers she has.
She's got an NIL deal. She doesn't need any. Has an agency and going to Oregon. Yeah, she gonna be fine. She gonna be fine. But so at Stream Song, I fell in love with Doak with the blue course. Just amazing. Made me go play Bannon for the first time because he did Pack Tunes. Love what he does with the terrain. And Joe sent an article out today to us to browse around about Hill Point. Tell him about it, Joe. Tell him about Hill Point.
Yeah, Hill Point in Traverse City, Michigan, which Tom Doak currently resides fairly close to. He lives in Michigan. His first course he ever designed in Michigan. Well, period. His first course he ever designed.
Period, yeah.
And he designed it, I think they said in what was that, 1990 or something like that?
Yeah,
it's a long time ago, right? So his first course, and then half of it got taken over by some farmland, and 9 of it they just let go. And he is on site recreating the greens, redoing it. And unfortunately, it's a private golf course.
Damn you, Tom Doak.
Michigan is a place I really want to go play golf, and maybe we can make some calls when we get up there, because I would love to play Tom Doak's first golf course. I think that would be super sick,
especially after him redoing it and making it more.
Yeah, with all the shit he's learned. I mean, it's probably going to be better than it was, but I would have loved to see like the original. I mean, also up there is like the Dunes Club, Kaiser's first golf course he ever built, the 9-hole, modeled after Pine Valley. Like that's what he was going for on that one. And that's a private golf course too, but you can call, and as long as you're flexible, you can get a tee time. Watch plenty of videos on it, and Kaiser said, if you want to come play, just be flexible, we'll get you on. I mean, you get a lot of shit up there. We got to get to Michigan. I mean, there's Arcadia, there's Forest Dunes, which is another Tom Doak, the Loop, reversible golf course. But that's his first golf course, High Point Golf Club in Traverse City, and definitely on the list to play. I love me some Doak. I've only played one, and I fell in love with it instantly, and I want to play them all.
Yeah,
he's a mastermind. He's fucking David Bowie in the Labyrinth.
What he does with the land is remarkable.
Yeah,
absolutely remarkable. And Jerry, I cannot wait for you to see Pack Tunes.
Cannot wait.
Hey, no, I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
I hope we get the low green on number 8, right? Is it 8? Yeah, 8.
I've never played to the low green.
I hope we get it, because I've only played Pack once, and that's my favorite golf course out there.
I've done it. Let's see.
And we played to the high green. So
3, 4, 5, 6 times I think I've played, and I've never hit to the low green.
Yeah.
Is it like a completely separate green, or is it just a green
yeah,
with
it's,
tiers?
it's 100 feet difference. It's
really wow.
Elevation
It's
wise.
wild.
Yeah. Is that the only hole that has separate?
Yes.
Or is there other holes that have separate greens?
Well, Sheep has double greens, but
yeah,
that's the only alternate green I believe out there.
Wow. Yeah, I can't think of any others.
100 feet of difference in elevation.
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah, one is up top of a hill, and then one is 100 feet below the hill.
Wow.
It's wild.
Yeah. All right. So how much?
We should just play 2 balls on that hole and just play both greens.
Right. We'll go make our whoever hits it and can find where an old hole plug is.
Yeah.
We'll play to that.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys watch the Walker Cup?
I watched like a really small amount. I didn't watch much. I was watching Winning Time all weekend.
The St. Andrews, it looks pretty good in August, September.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was fun. It was fun to watch, and I watched a little bit on Saturday, and then watched till they won yesterday.
Ended up
great
winning.
to see.
Who won?
USA. Yeah, USA won. Yeah. 14.5 to 10.5, I think it was, or 11.5. Anyways, yeah, they won. Sargent, the amateur, the top ranked amateur, played fantastic. It was good to see those guys out there handling some business. And it was funny. Again, news comes out right after we record. The USA Ryder Cup team
always
was finalized. And all right, so let's go around. Dan, we'll start with you. Are you happy, or are we screwed?
I think I'm kind of in agreement with Mr. Eric Greenlee. I think that there are some good USA players, and Scheffler is not playing great right now. His confidence seems shot. But with
the flat stick.
Yeah, with the
flat
stick for
putter.
sure. But with John Rahm and Rory McIlroy and Victor Hovland, man,
stacked.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the U.S.
But
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think U.S. is going to get mollywopped.
We're Nish and Chris, 2 very amateur golfers on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
So Tuesday last week, the USA was favored still. Joe, bring it up real quick and check and see what William Hill shows, if they still have the US as favored. I'm kind of surprised, especially with it being in Europe, and that team. Oh, maybe they were waiting to see until the Team Europe was finalized today, which they did that. So both teams are set now. So I'm willing to bet that the odds have changed.
I think we're going to see. I have a feeling we're going to see some players that we don't expect have some very strong showings.
There's a Hoegaarden in there, Joe. Oh, really? On the US?
I think we are. I think we're going to be surprised.
Who are you? Who are you thinking there, Jay?
I think we're gonna see Morikawa is gonna. He hasn't been playing his best. I think he's gonna have a really good showing. I think Cameron Young. I think Brooks Koepka.
Cam Young's not in it.
Cam Young's not.
Or sorry, not Cam Young.
Sam Burns.
Who was I just thinking? Sam Burns. Yeah. I think we're gonna be surprised. I don't think it's gonna be a total blowout. I think they're.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I mean, for Europe, you have the big three, right? I mean, you've got Fleetwood, of course, and stuff like that, but you've got your big three. But I think the U.S. also has players that can match that. I mean, if Scheffler shows up on the green, if you've got players like Spieth with experience, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be more interesting than we maybe thought initially. I hope so, at least, because I don't really want to see a blowout.
Yeah, I don't want to see a blowout either.
On William Hill, I don't see like an outright winner bet for a Ryder Cup. I just see like USA wins 15-13 plus 11 or 11-1.
They've changed it then.
Yeah, I don't see a outright winner.
Under the futures, did you look?
Yep, I'm in the futures currently.
Okay. Yeah, they probably changed it since the team is now finalized and they're putting together their odds.
I do see Live Golf on here though. Live Golf bets.
Hey.
I see Open Championship 2024, US Open 2024, Masters, FedEx Cup Champion 2024.
A lot of Rom, Rory, and Chef.
Yep.
So, Joe, what's your thoughts on Ryder Cup?
I think
the selections that Zach made.
Yeah, I think it might be a mirage if you look down on it on paper, like a fake out. Obviously, US has more names. I mean, you could probably go without like Wyndham Clark and Brian Harmon on that list, but still, like you got a star-studded roster. But with Europe, I mean, you have Rahm, you got Rory, you got Hovland, and then like people that a lot of players like a lot of people don't know about, like Adberg. Yeah.
Agberg.
Like a lot of people probably don't know him, right? So I mean, but he's a great player, and it could just be like a sneaky kind of situation. I could totally see Europe taking it. But I just want an interesting matchup, and hopefully US rises to the occasion. And I think where Zach went wrong is not having Keegan on that team. I think Keegan and JT probably would have like been like a powerhouse of confidence and morale boosters.
I think there wasn't enough room on the plane for another jailbird putter.
Yeah, potentially. But like that putter is hot. So I mean, you got to ride the hot putter, right?
Scotty's like, I'm not putting with it, and if there's two guys on the team with it, I'm going to. So no.
Yeah, I just as always, I just always hope for some drama. I think Europe has a really good team. I mean, they got Fitz on there. They got Fleetwood, who's been playing great. I want to see JT come out hot. I mean, I've heard comments of him being potentially the greatest Ryder Cup player of all time. Like, this is his spot to shine and actually prove that and come out of his funk potentially. But I mean, with the hot hand of Javi and Rory's playing good. I mean, Scheffler's putting like shit. So I just hope for a good one. I think Europe can take it, especially on homeland. We'll see though.
Is there any fun Italians? To watch. Are there any Italians on the Europe team?
No.
No Molinaris?
I don't think so. No Calamaris.
No Calamaris in the water?
I mean, Sepp Straka's on the team. He's played good all year. I mean,
Tyrrell Hatton.
There's
a grinder.
A lot of
Robert
people
McIntyre.
that like people probably sleep on European. I think it's just it's like a sleeper team.
And that guy Aberg you were talking about, Joe, he just won on DP World Tour. I think it was the DP.
Yeah, I mean, he just came out of college and is just tearing it up.
That's the thing. If you look at it on paper, like to the average like golf fan, they're gonna be like USA wins, but European is like a sleeper team with people that a lot of people don't know about. So I just hope it's interesting.
Me too. I want good TV, good drama. Good. It's always, it's going to be packed, it's going to be crowds, it's going to be, cheering and the freaking Euro songs that they sing. It's going to be
a lot of fucking pizza.
calzones,
Fucking burrata, mozzarella,
Oh, hey,
mortadella.
I think this is working now. So let's see if we can get Matty G in here for this. Maybe. Oh my God.
Nice transition.
Do you like that? I nailed it, and then
smooth.
Nothing.
What did you nail?
I nailed the transition.
I didn't hear any nails. You got to complete the transition to nail it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
What's up, guys? Matt Guntarek with your weekend weather report. Conditions are looking pretty good for any rounds of golf or range sessions this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, both around 100 degrees. We'll see wind speeds between 10 to 15 miles per hour, but it's going to be a dry forecast. Not really expecting much rain at all over the next 7 days. So very dry in southern Nevada, but if you're trying to get that practice round in before the VGN Championship in Coyote Springs on September 16th, you'll be good to go for this upcoming weekend. Conditions will stay dry and just a little bit on the hotter side, right around 100 degrees. Have a great rest of the week.
Thanks, Matty G. Joe is going to come for your job. It was brilliant.
I like him fingering 100. Oh my God.
Oh, too funny. Well, hey, at least that worked finally. It only took forever. Absolutely forever. All right, so let me see if I can do this. You know, this was so epic last week. So there it is, the review on the breakfast ball. Goat Grips. It is a new grip company. They have some interesting tech involved in it because the flat side faces the target. It's kind of weird. You guys have all seen it. What was your thoughts when I handed it to you the first time?
Well, one thing is I've seen players put the flat side of a super stroke towards, where they're aiming.
Yeah, you have?
I have seen people do that. Totally.
Dude, when you handed me the putter, I thought it was like backwards, so I kept turning it around, like trying to. But
so
it's something you got to get used to. But it does feel pretty good.
Dan, what do you think?
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Hated it.
See, and I said that in the article.
Living color.
I said some people are gonna like it, and some people are gonna absolutely hate it.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those people. As soon as I grabbed it, I just wanted to let it go immediately. I was like, "Get this away from me."
No.
I mean, no offense, Go Grips. Do your thing.
Oh, no.
I wish you success,
and that's
but
what,
no.
Individual sport, man.
Yeah, and putting is a very unique aspect of the game, and it. I said what I said in the article. You can go read it, of course, breakfastball.com. But putting is a very individualized part of the game. It's what feels good to you. If you're struggling with keeping the face square through impact, and you're a left-hand low player, this it might be perfect and fit into your wheelhouse. I never thought ever that I was going to enjoy putting with it, and I really do. It is, for a left-hand low player, for me, Dan's a left-hand low also, but he hated it. But for me, I thought it was a unique way to help ensure that square face at impact. So, but Dan is also, he's not a damn good putter, but he is a really good putter. So it's not anything that he would be out looking for, to try and enhance his putting. But, for those that are trying to find something, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
I think I don't think I touched hands on it. How long have you been playing it for?
Well, I put it on the Scotty and rolled it for a while, and I liked it. And then I liked it so much. The other one that they sent, I put on the TaylorMade on the Spider, and I played with that for, I don't know, maybe a month and a half.
And so I've seen it. It looks like the Lab Golf putter grip. Like when I watch you putt, because it's like it looks like he threw a Lab Golf putter grip on his putter. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
from a distance.
I thought it was something. I thought it was the Garston grip, to be honest. I didn't even realize it was a different brand.
Yeah, I didn't know, but the backs, because the backside's fatter, and like on the lab golf grips, because they have the weight, I think, behind, and because the shaft leans or something like that, whatever lab's doing in the lab. But like putting
They're
is
labbing it
very,
up.
putting is very personalized. Like Steve Nolan, I mean, like he puts his grip 15 degrees,
It
turns
is
it.
crazy.
I mean, my dad gave me a putter, and the grip was turned. It was an old Ping Man putter grip, and it was turned like 45 degrees. And I'm like, Dad, I mean, this is probably why you're pulling on your putts or something shit, who knows? But it's a personalized thing. If it feels good to you, I mean, if you're searching for something, it's, what are they, $15-$20? You could try it out.
They're 34.
30s. Well, maybe don't try it out. I don't know. It's up to you on your price range.
But hey, I will tell you this: it's very well made. It's not a rinky-dink product. It's not cheap materials. It's very well made, and they do have a little bit of science behind it. So check out the article, check out their website. You can see.
It's a personal journey, and things work for different players, different things. And if you're looking for something, try it out. I mean, $34 isn't a bad like research project.
No, I mean, and like I said, if you're trying to find something, and it fits into what you're trying to try, give it a shot.
I mean, a box of balls is going to cost you $40 or $50, right? If you're trying to find the right ball. I mean, that's cheaper than a box of balls, and you might drop some more putts.
Dude, it was funny.
But as we've confirmed, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. I'll have to hand you the grip that Steven put on a putter. I sent him a Ricky Johnson putter to test out for a little while, and he sent it back with a different grip on it. And I grabbed it, and I'm like, the face is like Joe said, 15 to 20 degrees open when I gripped, the grip. And I'm like, I go, why the hell did you put this on this way? And he's like, so everybody's hands are exactly the same. I was like, you got a valid point there. So it is very
everybody's grip is not the same. I mean, you might turn your hand down a bit. You might open your hand a bit.
Remember that weird metal grip you had, Matt?
Oh God, yes.
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 Yeah.
Ding. I swear someone hit a putt the other day and it sounded like it. I was like, what the
I need to repost that video because it was arguably the most atrocious thing I've ever had in my hands to putt with ever.
Now you know what I felt.
I mean, that was not, hey, that thing at least felt good when you held it. It was just trash when you hit something with it.
I wonder
holding it though, it was nice.
If someone plays with that in like Florida, it's all humid and your hands are sweating and it just fucking turns in your hand because it's all metal, like
just slips around,
slipping. Yeah,
I'd be worried about like laying it on this when I'm chipping or something. And you go to pick it up and it's like 500 degrees.
Definitely not a Vegas grip.
No,
because it would be burning. You cook a hot dog on it.
Oh goodness gracious! And it just
the old hot dog grip.
Yeah. I'll put a link.
Charles broiled grip.
I'll put a link into the notes so you guys know what we're talking about. You can check it out because, wow! I mean, if there's a Raspberry Award for products for golf, that one got it. So.
You can't hate on people for trying shit though. So
absolutely not. You can though for failing.
Yeah. You can walk the plank.
So Patrick Lindsay, one of the Shriners main man, was on last year. We're gonna have him back on to talk about the Shriners, the new FedEx Fall Series that'll be kicking off here. When did we say that picks up? Is it this week that there's a tournament, or is it next week?
I don't think it's definitely not this week. I don't think I didn't see any odds.
No,
it's the Big Green Open.
14th through 17th is the Silverado Resort.
14th through 17th. Okay, so that's when we're out at Coyote. Yeah. They had the fires there last year, or was that the year before where it was all smoky?
2 years ago. It was like,
seems like every year.
So I'm gonna try and connect with Patrick either this week or next week and have him on to talk about it. So be on the lookout for that one. And
we do need to connect with Birdies and Bourbon and have us all jump on at some point.
yeah, we're gonna do that too. That's you facilitate that, Joe. You tell us when, okay? You handle
I'll
that.
text Cal right now.
I got enough shit going on. Yeah, tell Cal to hop on right now.
Well, he said let's wait till Europe releases their
And they're picked now.
stable, and they're up there. So we'll try and get it done soon.
Okay, you know what time it is? Let's see.
Look at this Instagram. It's been an excited of ham. Started out as a lemon tart. Then my phone went and made it art.
Yeah. The return of Look at This Instagram.
It hasn't been long enough since I've heard that song.
It hasn't been long enough. I know Adam is cringing and has turned off his whatever he's listening on right now. Sorry, Adam, but it's kind of your fault. So for those new listeners to the show, we started this, God, Joe, and I think when you hopped on, right? We started doing it?
Probably like 2 or 3 weeks after, probably.
Yeah, it was just a segment. I am very pro Instagram as far as entertainment, watching golf, finding out about new things, new places, new products.
It's my daily consumption tool, 100%.
Yes. Spend way too much time on Instagram. But we thought it would be fun to share some of the accounts that we like and follow and give some maybe awareness to those out there that may not, because yeah, of course you got your million follower accounts that everybody follows, but we're not talking about those. Everybody knows about the Titleist account. Everybody knows about the Callaway account. Everybody knows about Paige and her account. We're not talking about those. We're talking about other accounts that you may not find on as you're flipping through that you should. What was that, Joe?
Just something we can bring up. That's the Vegas controversy, along with Paige Sporanic potentially, but we can get there after this.
Oh, okay. Let me write that down. Vegas.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we can talk about it after.
Okay. All right. So kicking off the show, and we'll have these all linked, and I was gonna do the screen share and everything, but the hell with that. We're just gonna talk through them. The first one that I'm going to bring up, kind of a bigger account. It is called Official Think Media. I had the pleasure of playing with Omar out at Las Vegas, TBC Vegas, and really have enjoyed watching their channel, not only on YouTube, but also on Instagram. If you're a content creator, if you're a YouTube creator and you're looking for any kind of feedback or any tutorials on studio setups, you can tell, I mean, if you go back, 10 episodes, this was trash behind me and the lighting was terrible and the audio was good, but thanks to them, I have greatly increased my appearance as far as what you're looking at now. Even Joe has hopped on board.
Yeah,
He's no
they
longer
were big.
calling in from
They
the
were big
tents.
inspiration for sure.
Yes, so I highly suggest you check them out, give them a follow. The YouTube channel is fantastic, but their Instagram is also great as well. It's Think Media. It's Official Think Media.
And if you're going to watch videos, have some money to spend because you're going to want to buy something.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a podcast.
Whew. Yeah. So, all right, Jeremy, let's go to you.
So this is an account that it's a college player, plays for BYU. He was a local when I knew him, he's a teenager before I moved to Vegas. Zach Jones, Zach Jones __. I think there's 2 underscores.
Yes,
is his account. But yeah, he plays for BYU. He won the Western Athletic NCAA event, Utah State amateur. I love amateur golf. I love watching some of the top amateur players. So this is a kid that I knew from the course I used to play at, who was just grinding every day when he was younger. Such a good player, but he's one of the guys that you want to pick their brain about, how to play and he smashes the ball too. It's crazy. But anyway, he posts some really the stuff he's been doing lately is some tips, and it's really for anyone. It's not for like super low handicap players, just stuff that he does, and he'll demo things on the range or whatever. I would definitely recommend following him. He posts a lot of his college events that he plays in. He played what's the course in Morgan Hill? Dan in California.
Morgan Hill?
What's that super private course that the fries.com guy owns?
Oh, the Institute.
Yeah. So they played a tournament at Institute, so he posted some pictures of that and some videos, which is the first time I'd ever seen it. But yeah, he's cool. I would love to have him on the podcast sometime because he's just
he shot at Tyler's face.
Yeah, he's a good him and his brother are really good players, but they're cool kids like just to talk to. So it'd be fun to have them on the show. But yeah, college players, definitely has a bright future and posts some really good content.
All right, Joe, you're next.
This week's Instagram spotlight is at Hitting Greens. Kidding.
He's so selfish.
I'm kidding. So this could be a duplicate from the previous series of Look at This Instagram, but most of you probably that are listening don't remember most of them. So we're going to go with at PNW_golfer. He is a Pacific Northwest golf photographer. And if you're looking to travel to that area, he posts all the courses. I mean, I was just going through here and I saw a picture that looked familiar, and it was Salish Cliffs, which me and Dan played recently with Bob. It's all golf photography of golf courses that are spectacular and mostly in the Pacific Northwest. So obviously a good follow. We all know that I like the Pacific Northwest very much, so go follow him. Great stuff over there.
Great stuff.
And not a ton of followers, which I was expecting more personally, because there's some good stuff out here.
All right, Dan, breaking your cherry. Look at this Instagram. Who you got?
Mine is my page is golf_manual. MANUAL. It's it pretty much shows all these little like quick little lesson videos of current tour pros, of greats of the games, even funny like little stories and stats. But they it's really cool because they just kind of show you like the thought process behind on little shots that these guys are trying to pull off, like bump and run shots, or even on the mental side, approaching a round of golf, how to practice, and they're cool little videos. And I just I enjoy them a lot, and I think the everyday golfer could learn a thing or two.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on here. Good stuff. All right. Look
at this Instagram.
I had to do it one last time, just in case Adam's still listening. All right, Joe. Vegas controversy. What was that?
Before we get into that, one quick thing that we didn't mention is, did you see was it LPGA, where they were driving under the rope?
Yes.
And
and snapped the club.
And Van Dam.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
they're
was
headed to the playoff hole, right?
Yeah, playoff hole. She
Headed
lost
to
to
a
an eagle
playoff.
because she had to hit 3-wood.
The thing that bothered me about that is when in the heat of the moment, you're going to blame the person that was driving, but that was 100% her responsibility.
She let go. She definitely let go.
It's your golf bag. It's just a shit situation, but it just seemed sort of like she didn't want to take that responsibility, but probably heat of the moment. You weren't really thinking about that. You were thinking about winning
the girl driving the car, or the cart, tried to stop. Like, she stopped pretty quick from what I saw.
Yeah, because she heard it go snap.
Yeah. But if you're on the PGA Tour, so you got the tour buses there, like the team buses, depending on the event, are the tour buses gone, or is it an LPGA issue?
Yeah, they're
where it
normally
could get
gone
fixed
on
quick?
Thursdays or Fridays.
Yeah,
they don't
they're
stick
usually
around
not
till
there,
Sundays.
But if it's like a major, Are they around?
I would think so.
I would think
some
so.
of those
They-
players
they-
mostly probably have multiple drivers in the locker.
True. Yeah.
They should have let her run down to Dick's real quick and grab something.
Yeah. To the pro shop.
Yeah.
That was a
Probably
horrible
yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Ah.
that sucks, man. Shitty.
I mean,
But anyway. Anyway, so the Vegas controversy, I don't know if you guys have seen it, Golf Mommy, how Paige has taken her name and have said like, it's your Golf Mommy here, and like I think Golf Mommy like sent her a cease and desist, and they're like in like a legal battle now.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She like posted a video like with all these people saying the real Golf Mommy, and then like videos of like Paige saying it's your Golf Mommy here.
Whoa.
Wow.
Drama.
Yeah, there's
I'm going to
some
have to watch
turmoil.
now.
Yeah, there's some drama.
Wow. I did not know. Now,
I think they're probably
It's funny because it's so stupid, right?
Dude,
It's so dumb, but
So I've had a beef with Vegas's Golf Mommy.
I know because the legends never die, man. I know.
Yeah. And I totally respect her game. Everything she's doing, I hear she's trying on the Angel Park thing she talked about. She's opening up a studio that's going to be, focused more towards women, which is amazing. To do it, please. But yeah, so I've had a beef since then with her. I didn't like the way she handled that. And
Well, here's the thing: it's like golf influencers feel like they own the world. I mean, to certain people, right? And that's where that derives from. And I know the situation that happened, and she trademarked Golf Mommy, MAMI, and Paige is saying MOMMY. They sound the same, supposedly. Like in Spanish, mommy with an I is technically translates to mommy, MOMMY, right?
Mhm.
So she has. This is
Can
so
you say that
stupid.
again, please?
So she has beef because Paige recently created like a thing about it or whatever, and she's not a mom is one of her counterpoints. But the only reason I bring it up is because it is Golf Mommy, the Golf Mommy here, whatever. She is in Vegas, right? And she's opening that golf institute, which is going to be huge for Summerlin. I'm sure she's going to do very well with it.
Absolutely.
Out in Summerlin. But it's just fucking Instagram, and it's fitting that it's after the look at this Instagram. Like, we're all golfers. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just a game. AJGA, and everybody fits in the spectrum.
There's plenty of room for everyone.
Totally.
We've
that
gone
is
in
hilarious.
great depth about influencers and stuff before on the show.
We have.
We have.
That's definitely an interesting one.
It's I'm not sure how the next couple years are going to look for influencers in the golf space.
Do you think it's going to die out? You think it's going to die out? Is that why you're saying this?
I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I wish I had a crystal ball and I knew. You see so many things turn over and change so rapidly. And, a much respect to the good guys and everybody that has signed with Tacoma and got their money. Good for you guys. Absolutely. 100%.
Totally.
If one of those brands called me up and said, hey, we want to sponsor the podcast, I'm like, this is where you mail the check to. So I totally understand it, but I don't see it lasting.
Here's the thing where it's like, where beefs like the one I mentioned, and like, do you remember the Roger Steele beef with East Side Golf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That dude, Roger, like flipped it on its head, like brilliantly. They called him corny, and he created a shirt with Trap Golf and sold out of the damn shirt. And it was a golf ball with corn kernels on it. Like, people like Roger Steele who think outside of the box and use it to their advantage are going to last. And people that don't think that way are probably going to disappear in the great reset, as Matt calls it, all the time. Do I think golf is going to be here forever? The game of golf will always be here, right? But is it going to be as big as it is currently? I don't know, because it's Shadow Creek bumping it to 1250.
That's so wild.
Whatever other course bumping into 80 when they're shit conditions. So, but like Roger Steele is like a mastermind with that. He flipped that shit on his head, thinking on the spot, and did it creatively. I don't know.
Dude, I know how the
I don't
trademark
think
thing
they're
works.
all not going to last.
I don't think she's got a chance of winning anything with that.
No, because you have the breakfast ball trademarked, and there's a lot of breakfast balls out there, or breakfast ball, whatever, blah blah blah, and it's got to be exact. So,
and I can't do shit about it
exactly
at all.
Yeah,
trademarks are nice, right? But they're not.
It's interesting, and it's one of those things where it's like all these ads for golf companies that look like Roback popping up, or golf companies that look like Pins and Aces popping up, and those are some of the first ones that were here before these ones. Everybody trying to get their money, and get your money while you can. Totally, 100% agree. But
so Roars with Strokes Gained Customs, the putters, he has Strokes Gained trademarked. And do you know who uses Strokes Gained?
PGA
the
Tour
Golf Channel every production
fucking day,
and
every day,
and not a damn thing they can do about it
because it doesn't relate to putters.
It doesn't relate to putters. It's wild.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you guys. So let's start with Joe. So when it comes to golf and influencing, and who influences you with golf, like to buy something, whether it's a club or try a new ball or get a new bag or whatever, where does your influence come from?
Man,
this right here.
That's tough, because it's like I don't know if it really comes from anyone anymore. It's probably just a combination of things I see, or players I like, or people that play golf at places I want to play, or places I've played. I don't think it's like I can't dial in to one like influencer and be like, hey, he made me buy this. Like I will say, like, shout out Cyrus at PGA. He's with his little dances and stuff with his 90s hip hop. Like I've almost bought some Ghost Golf shit, but I also know Cyrus, so like it's and I would enjoy supporting him with his affiliate link. So I think it's like a combination of like what I see, where I want to play, where I've played, and people that have the same outlook as me. And because like we all know, I haven't changed much in my bag for a long time, and I really haven't bought much in a while. Like I want to buy like a Roback hoodie, which I've wanted to for 2 years, but it's like nobody's getting me to pull the plug. Like
not even
they've
me
been around a while.
Mine.
Yeah, I mean, well, we were looking at that Azalea Masters hoodie for 2 years, and I still didn't buy it last year.
Yeah.
Or this year. It's like it's different. Like for people that are just starting the game, they're going to buy everything and anything that they want, because that's how I was at first. And a lot of these companies are probably capitalizing on that, because there's a lot of new golfers, and they just want to be so involved with the game, and they want to buy this and they want to buy that, and they got to be so involved in it. And the most recent thing I bought is a logo ball from the last golf course I played, and you can see it back there. But I don't know.
Dan, what about you? Because you're a different type of golfer, because you're really good at golf, and
he's been playing a long time.
And you've been playing a long time, and I think you know what you want. But you recently got a new.
He's been playing the same irons for fucking 50 years, man.
No, that's Bob.
But Dan's still playing the same irons.
Dan's are like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah. I'm I kind of don't mix it up as far as irons go, but like I'll always get always looking to like upgrade on the driver or the putter or wedges, stuff like that. I've actually been texting Jeremy a little bit, and I've got a lot of interest in the TSR driver right now.
Ooh.
So I, it's always like Matt, fun to tinker, and I don't really do it with the
Come on down.
I don't really do it with the iron
Tinkertown.
so much, but yeah, with the putter and the driver, yeah, for sure. I'm always kind of looking to try new things and maybe upgrade in that department.
Did you guys see my video when I talked about benching the GT Max? Did nobody even sent me a message about that?
It doesn't matter. I mean,
at this point, we're not surprised anymore.
It's not a shock at all. We're not surprised at all. So, what about you, Jeremy? What about you? Who influences you besides Bob Vokey and Scotty Cameron
Jordan Spieth? Yeah.
But I've never seen you in Under Armour, so
yeah, I'm not an Under Armour fan. I don't know. I think it's sort of like Joe. It's just I feel like with golf and being influenced in golf, there's like different types of golfers. Like there's the people that are just super excited to get all the stuff that their favorite YouTubers are doing and influencers are doing. And then there's some, like Dan is a perfect example, or Bob. It's just, you just play what feels good and you stick with it forever. Like it's hard for you to change. Like there's some clubs you just never change. And then there's some that you like to swap out, like the putter or the driver. I'm sort of like that. I'm such a feel person. It's hard for me to really want to be fitted because I don't know necessarily it's probably the best stuff for me, but it's really all about what I'm looking at and feel. So I would never be influenced by a person telling me to buy something. Like there's always advice, like Julian and Trey are famous for giving me suggestions and things because they know they're fitters. And I don't always follow their advice because it's sometimes just doesn't look right to me or doesn't feel right. So for me, it's just whatever I'm feeling at the time. And
what about like clothes?
I just want something that fits me that I feel. You what?
Those are more like disposable, right? Like it's like,
yeah,
I think that's where the money is. It's in the clothes.
Yeah, I like black shirts. I don't wear a lot of like colorful stuff, like fancy birdie.
My closet is gray and black
stuff. So it's just for me, if it's comfortable, like it fits good, then that's what I want.
I can 100% guarantee that nobody on this podcast has ever bought a good polo.
No.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
No.
I watched him early on when it was just him, Garrett. I don't think I've ever seen a good video. It's not my jam.
And like if I watch a good video because it's a course I'm gonna go play or want to go play. That's the only reason.
Is the only reason I watch that one.
Dissect Bay, because we've talked about that place. That's when I've watched. But it's like I don't tune in every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. or whenever it is to go watch them.
Yeah, I agree about.
I feel like
Go ahead, Jay.
Sorry, go ahead, Dan. I feel like I still live in the world where golf is dying and there's no influencers. Like I just remember, like my dad was this, like it's the old golf. Like you just play golf and you try to play good, and there's no fancy shit that you're wearing and no gimmicks and stuff. It's just like I feel like I'm sort of in the old school golf. That's my mentality. So adapting to like the new stuff I just don't get into it.
Here's where I get it though. It's because like if your personality fits a certain style, like you're gonna gravitate towards that personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always been more of like a hip hopper. Like I used to rap, and if there's something with like a Jay Dilla like vinyl print on it, I'm probably gonna buy it because like it's one of my favorite producers of all time. And there's so many avenues because there's so many people that come towards golf from all these different lanes. Like growing up
DJ Khaled
growing up in a rich neighborhood, or growing up as a DJ, or growing up as a skater, or whatever it is, golf has allowed those different lanes to gravitate towards different aspects in the culture of golf and different personalities of how you look on the golf course. Like Brian Warner,
Yeah,
like
big music guy.
Big music guy. He works for a record company. Like he helps bands on tour. He bought the Kith clubs. Like, and I have never seen anybody else like rock the Kith clubs. Like, I know Chris Torres has the putter, but like he plays the driver, and I that's his lane, and I respect that he actually plays it because he's not like a reseller. He's not trying to make money out of it, but that fits his
right away.
That fits his style and his personality, and that's what he wants to play, and it's dope. Like, and the way golf has gone allows you to express yourself through the game, and that's what's really cool about it right now, because there's so many avenues that you can fulfill your life, and you can showcase the person you are and the personality you have. But it's like there's a lot of people that don't really like love the game in the aspect that we do, and there's a lot of companies feeding them on Instagram with ads, and they're buying it, and it's probably shit. I mean, I don't know. I've never bought anything off of ad on Instagram, but
never.
No.
Wow.
There might be things, maybe ads have influenced me if I've seen it in the grocery store or something like that, but I've never clicked on an ad and bought it through Instagram or anything like that. But I think that's what's really cool about golf right now. It's like it's bringing a lot of different cultures and aspects together, and it's the output is what's kind of shitty, you know. The output of that funnel is kind of shitty.
Nobody knows how to rake bunkers.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it hundreds of times, but
I know. I'm just saying it's funny.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting what takes place over the next couple years with
totally
how it's all gonna with social media, because social media platforms are changing. Twitter's changed dramatically. Instagram has added threads, which I still don't understand. YouTube is changing monthly with shorts and now podcasts. I mean, right now, some of the stuff that I watch on a daily basis, like if you're not doing video on podcasting, like audio only podcasts are going away.
Yeah.
It is like they're going away because people want to consume their entertainment in different ways now. And it's one of the main reasons why we're doing this now is because this is what people are wanting. They want to see, us.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. We're finding out. Based on tonight's attendance on YouTube, not too many people want to see us, but
it's a holiday.
Okay. It's a holiday weekend.
Yeah. The thing I love about doing this show is all of us are so, I mean, similar in ways, but also really different.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's awesome. And I don't know if most people know that. And most people probably think, four guys that do a podcast are, identical. But we're all very different. We have very different outlooks on golf and how we play it. And I think that's awesome. And that's kind of like a microscopic view of how golf is in general, like you said.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love how we, Joe's from a different generation. I'm from a different generation. Jeremy, Dan, you guys are kind of similar in your age demographic, but we've got a wide variety of knowledge and experience and different ways on how golf is eclectic to us. And it's fun. I mean, we chat so much during the week. It's tough to try and condense that all into 1 hour each week.
Probably text you guys more than my wife.
Oh yeah, man. And then dude, with like Neil, I chat with him. Just so much golf. It's so much fun. And so I love the fact that we can come together once a week, sit here for an hour and just shoot the shit about golf and talk about the golf mommy and Paige war. I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's we've met so many people through the game, and it's crazy. I mean, I don't even talk to anybody that pre-golf, like PG, like pre-golf. Don't talk to anybody. AG, like that's who I talk to.
Hey, coming up next weekend, our last major of the year out at Coyote Springs. It's going to be a good one, and Dan's not there. But
Thanks.
breaking news. Oh, breaking news. Where's it at? Where's it at?
Get over here.
Bob West will be in attendance.
Whoa.
Nice.
Bob.
Yes.
All right.
From the
Welcome back, Bobby.
Bobby
From
Fairways.
the depths of Mount Rushmore comes Bob West
from
to
the
fulfill
Black
his
Hills.
destiny.
Yeah, so Bobby's going to be out there.
Climbing out of Thomas Jefferson's nose at Mount Rushmore comes Bob West.
Wow.
I'm excited to welcome Bob back. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, well, not going to 5-iron for me, taking this season off. I haven't seen Bob in a long time.
He's not going to 5-iron either.
We haven't seen him either. Exactly. It's like a long lost sibling at this point. Like separated at birth kind of situation.
Oh, hey, so some changes to the VGN this event. We're mixing it up a little bit. These gross peeps, the gross peeps, the diamonds division, the gross guys are going to have their own skins and CTP contests, and then the net players are going to have their own gross and net and CTPs just for this one. And it's mainly because Coyote goes out to 7,500 yards from the tips. And we kind of want those guys to, if you're going to win something from that yardage, I think having somebody playing 6,200 yards capping you would be a little bit, disturbing. So trying to prevent that. Don't know if we'll continue this going forward, but at least for just this event, we're going to give it a try and see how it goes. Now, I've said this to some people that have talked about, wanting to do this. Hey, we get 120, 140 members and we have 80 players of an event. Yeah, we can do this. But until that, we're probably going to go back to normal after this. But it's something different. Going to see how it goes. And it's going to be a good day. Oh, and Mitch's Revenge. Make sure you get registered.
I called and they didn't call me back because I got to get signed up for that.
I'm in.
He's like, can my DOG call you back? Yeah, absolutely. Never heard from him.
Did you get signed up, Jay?
Well,
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, the director of golf has not returned any of my phone messages or emails. So.
Okay.
You better get in there,
So
Joe.
call back. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Call back. Why did the guy who answered the phone just help me? I don't know.
Yeah, he put me on hold and then he was like, "Oh, well, I got my DOG's on the golf course right now. Can I take down your number?"
Yeah, that got thrown in the
You can
garbage.
take down my name and put me on the
Take
list.
down my ATM card number.
What's the difference?
Too funny. All right, that'll do it for this week, folks. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not, please check out the website, chasingdaylightpodcast.com. On there, you can filter the episodes, go by the interviews, there's bios, and that site is ever changing. So please make sure to check that out. We are on Instagram, Chasing Daylight Podcast. We are on, is it still called Twitter or is it called X now?
It's called X.
Is it called X? You don't tweet anymore, you X?
I guess so. I haven't been on Twitter in years, but did you know that that's Elon Musk's first company name? PayPal used to be called X.com.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Full circle.
Okay. Yeah. So we're on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. And even TikTok. I opened up the TikTok account again. So been posting some stuff on there. And YouTube, please give us a follow on YouTube. If you like what we're talking about, if you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when we go live. I send reminders out on Instagram, and if you have the notifications, you'll get a little pop-up on your phone saying CDP Crew is live. So do us a favor and do that. And then lastly, if I have any plea to anybody, nobody's left us a review in a while, and we'd love to get some feedback from that. So please, if you have a few minutes, hop on iTunes, hop on Spotify, leave us a review. we love sharing those with everybody too. So that's all I got. Joe, if you want to bring us home, do so.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. Another episode of Chasing Daylight Podcast. We're on YouTube. Go like this video. Go subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Tell your family. We're here every single week. It's me, Matt, J Mark, and Mr. Hodges. We're here every single week for your listening pleasure. You can listen to us in the office or in the car or wherever. While you're feeding your baby with the bottle, it doesn't matter. We're here every single week for your golf listening pleasure, and we'll see you next week. Till then, later.